Raise your hand if you don't want to be successful. I'm just kidding. Who doesn't want to be successful, right? Every one of us want to be successful. We want to be rich, we want to be famous, we want to be happy. Whatever you define as success, we want it. But sometimes, no matter how much hard work and dedication we put into becoming successful, there's something that kind of blocks us. What is that? Hi, I'm Teja, Priyadarshini, founder for Akashic Center for Healing. I help people have more ease and joy with their lives by removing any energetic blocks or limiting beliefs that do not serve their highest purpose. I do this by using various modalities. Quantum healing hypnosis technique is one of the most famous ones that people come to see me for. And also, I use techniques like Beyond Quantum Healing and Access Consciousness Bars. But the most famous of them all is the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records are information of all living things, past, present, and all possible futures, that is recorded in a higher dimensional, fluid living consciousness. And when we access these records, we get some information, some clarity, we know exactly what we need to do with our lives, and we often also receive validations and confirmations for our own intuitive knowing. If you're new to my channel, consider hitting the subscribe button along with the bell notification to not miss out on any of my future content. And if you want to follow me on Instagram or Facebook, my handle is @AkashicOfficial. So let's jump right into today's video, and it is all about these pesky little energetic blocks that often block us from achieving success. They just pop up from nowhere. We really can't see a reason or rhyme for how and why they are in our lives. And today, with these readings, we are going to find out what could be an energetic block in your life and how you may overcome that. Remember, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate with each and every one of you. If a group doesn't resonate, then try picking another group. If that group also doesn't resonate, then probably check out my other videos in the playlist. I have like a bunch of them. And sometimes, you might require a personal one-on-one reading, and I love doing these readings for you. So if you are interested, all the information on how to get in touch with me is in the description box below, so do check that out. As usual, I have 4 groups for you today. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. Just close your eyes, get into that intuitive space. Ask your guides and angels to tell you what is that one particular block that is stopping you from achieving success. Once you feel like you have made a decision, I want you to slowly open your eyes, and whichever group resonates with you, I want you to choose that particular group. All the timestamps of the groups are in the description box below, and I want to tell you once again, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate with each and every one of you. If you would like me to do any particular reading for you, I would also like to hear that in the comments below. So leave me a comment, guys. I love hearing from you. So let's dive right into today's video. Welcome to all of my phoenixes who've chosen group number 1. Let's see what your energetic block is. As usual, I'm going to start with the Akashic Tarot, but I'm also going to be using the other oracle decks to give you more information as to what's happening in your life and how you may overcome this block. And Akashic Record Keepers and Guides, I would like you to tell us what is the block for group number 1. What is the energetic block that group number 1 needs to know? Alright, so you've got the 7 of Scrolls. It's called Industry and Intricacies and Industry. So when I look at this card, I feel that you are doing or putting in a lot of hard work in a particular project, and you are feeling stuck because you feel there's some information missing that can actually help you finish the project that you're working on. So the obstacle that I am sensing is the missing piece of information. It is, you don't really know what it is that is causing the the energies to kind of slow down. It almost feels like there is missing piece of information. If you are an architect, maybe the plan is wrong, or something doesn't feel right, and you are trying to figure out how to kind of work this particular mistake, or something that you've overlooked perhaps, and correct it, course correction. But for most of you, I feel that it is to do with the hard work that you're putting in. And what the guides are saying, that it's not just about hard work, it is also about smart working. So when you are in a situation where you are putting in a lot of work, putting in all of those hours, and you're dedicated to it and you're passionate about it, still the outcome seems to be very, very slow, then you need to start working smart and not just working hard. Because when you start working smart, by this I mean trying to delegate work, trying to make sure that you finish a whole lot of things by kind of organizing them in a better way, and not doing everything by yourself. When you micromanage stuff, it becomes very difficult for you then to see the bigger picture, and you need to sometimes take a step back and look at the entire picture before you can fix that missing piece. And even here in this picture, you see that there's a piece of the tower that is missing, and the architect in the picture is also trying to figure out how he can fix it. So it's almost like this missing piece of information is not allowing you to complete whatever it is that you need to do. So some of you may not resonate with this because it is work related, but if you are watching this, it also means that there is information that you're looking for in your life in general, whether it is a relationship based information, or something to do with information about yourself. Like some of you may be waiting for a diagnosis, a medical diagnosis of any sort. Some of you could be waiting for test results. Some of you could be trying to fix a relationship by finding out more about that relationship or the persons involved, the people involved in these relationships. So it is still about something like a puzzle piece that is not fitting in, it's missing, and you're trying to desperately search for this missing piece of the puzzle. And that is the energetic block that I'm sensing with group number 1. How can you overcome this block is what we're going to start seeing next from the Starseed Oracle deck. For group number 1, what may they know about this energetic block? Can you give them more information about this energetic block that they are facing? Some of you, I feel, are exhausted. You're tired. You're feeling like you want to give up on whatever this is because you're not able to figure out or probably get that kind of information that would help you proceed with this project that you're working on. Some of you want to give up on relationships because it's exhausting, it's very tiring. You feel like you're the one who's constantly giving but not receiving anything from it. For group number 1, please, what else may they know? It's almost like you want divine intervention. You want someone or something to just show up miraculously and fix everything that you're going through, because the Starseeds Oracle deck has pulled a card for you, and it is Fall into My Arms, Surrender, Holding the Opposites, Extremes of Life. Look at this card. Can you see that? It's so beautiful. And this lady is holding a child, and she's in a pool of water in a cave. So it's very, very interesting, the visuals. And if you see, there are so many light beings. All of this that you see here, they're all light beings who are going into the person she's carrying, like almost like giving them energy. So what I was picking up earlier when I said that you were feeling exhausted is you want help to come to you from some way or somehow, so that you can resolve this issue and start moving on. You want to surrender to this process. You are kind of fed up or stressed, and you just want to take a break. You want to let go and just relax, basically. And what the universe wants you to know is that it's got your back, and it will send you all of those people and all of those things that you are looking for to complete whatever it is that you're working on, whether it is fixing a relationship or fixing something at work or on a project that you're working on. The universe is sending you the right kinds of people and the energies that you require to complete that task at hand. So they don't want you to give up just yet, and they also want you to consider options that may be completely opposite to your planning, because sometimes when we plan something, it doesn't happen according to plan. I mean, that's one of the most irritating things about life. It never goes according to plan. But the universe wants you to know that if you look at other kinds of options that you would have never probably considered, it can work for you, and that could probably be your trump card or the miracle that you've been looking for, that is going to come your way very, very soon. Because I do sense that there are a lot of angels and guides looking after you. Even though you may feel a bit alone from time to time, I sense that you sense that you sometimes feel their presence around you, but then you kind of dismiss it off as being your, the figment of your imagination or something like that. And I'm also getting this feeling that it is okay to take a break, because sometimes when you take a break, you will relax a bit and be able to then see the bigger picture of what is happening and how you may resolve it. And intuitively as well, dreams can be very, very therapeutic, very cathartic. So in the dream itself, you may find messages that will help you resolve issues. In fact, this whole Akashic Records group readings that I do on YouTube is something that was shown to me in a dream. So they can be very, very prophetic, and they can give you the information that you're looking for in order for you to move forward. So let's see what else the universe wants you to know. Power and intention. This is such a handsome looking man. Look at that. Wow. Whew, a lot of energy coming from this card. It is always about your intention. Because when we set our mind to do something, and when our intention is so strong, it will manifest like that in just like a few seconds sometimes. So you have to be very, very careful, because your intentions are extremely powerful. And with the changing energies at the moment, we're moving into a 5D reality, so the frequencies have increased. So anything we think is manifesting very, very quickly. So you need to be very careful and understand that you have the power, if you work with your intentions, to manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest. Even if it is that missing piece of information that you're looking for or waiting for, you will get that, and with your intentions, resolve whatever issue that missing piece of information is causing. For some of you, like I said, if it is a medically related issue that you're waiting on information for, then once you have that information, it's going to empower you to take charge and kind of do everything you can with a positive intention. I don't like to use the word positive or negative too much, because it then kind of differentiates the kind of energy that you can manifest. So let's just say that you can manifest the kind of energies that you require to heal fully from that medical condition or from whatever situation that you're finding yourself in. Because what I'm seeing is, this information is going to give you power. The information that is going to come through with all of your guides channeling or giving you those downloads while you're sleeping, while you surrender, while you take that break, when you take that rest, that is when you're going to be receiving all of this information, and it will give you that clarity and sense of direction to move forward and do better and kind of overcome your energetic block. Sometimes it's all that you need to do. You just need to take rest so that you will get the information that you're looking for in a prophetic dream. Sometimes when you wake up from a dream, you may feel like someone has said something to you, or there's some information there which you can't shake. Like, it's just that it's there back of your mind, and you're wondering if that information can actually help you resolve. And it most often relates to whatever it is that you're going through. So when I teach lucid dreaming, I always tell my clients to set an intention before bed of what it is that they want to resolve, and then forget about it. Just go to bed, go to sleep, and when you wake up in the morning, miraculously, with a very clear mind, you seem to find the information that you are looking for. And when you have mastered the art of lucid dreaming, then you can find information in your dream state. While you're dreaming, you can get the information that you're looking for. Alright, so you've got this card, Change. It says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So this energetic block is probably making you feel very stuck in one particular situation, and you may feel like you're unable to move forward or do anything about it. But one thing constant is change. The only thing constant is change. So the more you change and the more you adapt to the reality that you're in, then you will probably get more creative. You will be able to find the missing piece of information. You'll also be inspired through your dreams, your guides, and you will also set intentions that are powerful enough for you to then make the necessary changes so that you can overcome the obstacle and you can become successful. It's all about success. So everyone has their own definition of success. Some of you might look at success as being financially independent or rich or comfortable or living in luxury and abundance. Some of you may think of success as having a nice family life and a comfortable living with your family, your children, your kids, your parents, whoever it is that you want to be with. Some of us just want to be happy. That is how we measure success. So whatever it is, your definition of yourself needs to first change. You need to bring in more movement into your life. And when I say movement, I'm not just saying physically moving about, but you may need to move about your plan. You may need to make certain changes to your plan or the way you look at certain things, and that in itself is going to allow you to grow and evolve and become more mature in a way, probably give you more information and help you resolve all of the issues with your powerful intentions, of course. This has been a very, very simple message for group number 1. I hope it resonated with you. If you did, do leave me a comment below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you again in another video next week. Until then, have a wonderful, beautiful, magical week ahead. Welcome to all of my phoenixes who've chosen group number 2. Let's see what your cards are. For group number 2, we're going to start off with the Akashic Tarot as usual and see what is the energetic block that is not allowing you to succeed in life. What is stopping you from achieving all of your dreams? For group number 2. Okay, we've got the card Loving Elementals. Okay, so this is the 3 of Roses. If you can see, there's a baby sitting here in front of a little stream, and there are earth elementals around her, fairies dancing about. So for group number 2, I think your energetic block could be family. You could feel like they don't understand what it is that you want to do. It could also be that you are not able to probably convey to them what is it that you actually want to do with your life. For those of you who are younger, because I'm getting this energy of people who are just out of college or starting off on their careers, being there's a little bit of confusion with what it is that you want to do and how you want to go about doing it. Even if you do have an idea, you really don't know how to go about doing it. And I feel that is your energetic block. But for most of you, I feel like your family is not necessarily doing it consciously, but blocking you from pursuing whatever it is that your heart desires. They could probably say that it is not something that a person like you who has this kind of qualification or that kind of qualification needs to do or should be doing at this particular time. Or they may be worried about your financial status and would have probably made a comment about that, which is making you feel like you need to follow their advice and not follow your heart's desires. But what I'm seeing is you are being guided very, very intuitively by your spirit animals and spirit angels and guides. And group number 2, you seem to be like a very spiritual group, because I think you always use your intuition, or you follow your intuition in what it is that you need to do. And your parents or your family don't seem to understand that. They're like, but how do you know this information? And you can't explain it to them, because there is this inner sense of knowing. You just know these things, which is commendable. I really appreciate and congratulate you on that, because it's very difficult for many of us to quieten the noise in the head and listen to our gut instinct or our intuition. And if you are doing that, you are being guided by your spirit guides and angels. And I'm seeing that your intuition is growing, it's becoming stronger, and you just know things. Like, it's almost like a bulb has gone off in your head and you're like suddenly wondering, how did I know this? How did I know this information? Where did this come from? And some of you are maybe even freaking out, wondering, is this even possible? Am I like even correct about what I'm thinking? So family is one thing, and for the others, it is your intuition that is kind of scaring you and making you wonder if it is true, the information that you're receiving, or if it is imaginative, if you're making this up. But you are being strongly guided by your spirit guides, and I want you to know that no matter what, you are going to go onto the path that you're supposed to be going onto. Whether it is the straight road to that path or you have to go roundabout, you will get to that path one way or the other, because you are here for a particular mission. So apart from whatever it is that you want to do to become successful, there is also a mission that you are brought to earth for, and you will realize what that is if you follow your intuitions and let it guide you. But for group number 2, family is something that is probably on your mind. Even if you do want to go and do something, you're wondering whether your family is going to be accepting of it, if they will allow you to go and live in another city perhaps, or do a job that you want to do which they don't approve of, things like that. So family is what is creating the energetic block. What did I tell you? Look at this card. It says double mission. I was just telling you, right? Like, no matter what you have chosen to do in life to become successful, you're also brought on earth to do something else. So when I see this card, double mission, it says light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. So this card is just reconfirming what I just told you about you having another mission on earth. It is all about following your path to success. Of course, that is something that you should do if that is what you are called to do, but also to follow your spiritual side of things, because you also have a spiritual mission, and that is why you sometimes feel disconnected from people. You may feel like you don't belong in certain settings with certain people, even in the family. Sometimes you feel that you can't connect with most of your family members, and this is because you know deep down that you're here to do more work than what you think you need to do in the physical world. I hope I didn't confuse you too much, but I am sure you understood what I'm saying. So you do have another mission that you need to follow through and you need to complete, and that calling is what is making your intuition very strong. You intuitively know what you need to do. You know where you need to go, whom to meet, And the way you can overcome this energy block is by following your intuition and letting it guide you to where you need to go. And success is going to follow you very, very shortly if you follow your heart, your internal compass, your guiding system. And though family is an issue, it will not it will not be a hindrance. Look at this card. It just says no. It means, again, confirm what I was saying, that your family is not going to interfere. No, it's not going to interfere. Your family is not going to interfere once they see how you're going about your life, how you're becoming successful in your own way. Because most of you have families who are not used to doing things differently, and you are someone who doesn't follow the societal norms of doing things. Even I've had that issue. Like, it took a long time for my family to understand what I did was not a hobby. It is something that I'm passionate about, and I really want to help people heal and evolve themselves into their highest good and to the highest purpose. So your family will not be an obstacle any longer once you start listening to your intuition, asking your intuition, your guides, your angels to help you resolve this issue. Because it's not a big issue actually, but it is also a very big lesson that you're learning about trusting your own intuition and allowing it to guide you. It's not easy, trust me, because sometimes we think that our minds are interfering. We feel that our ego is coming in the way and we are making all of this stuff up. Been through the whole process, and I can completely understand, if this is you, how you must be feeling. But again, the universe has spoken, and you will not feel any sort of any block anymore once you understand the message that is coming through. The final piece of advice for you is to use humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. We all tend to do that, don't we? Like, especially when we're in an awkward situation, we tend to make fun of it and lighten up the mood, so to speak. And humor is an important tool that will allow us to connect with people and relieve some of that stress and tension. And it's so much fun to keep laughing and smiling and going about doing whatever it is that we need to do. Because life is not supposed to be hard. Life is supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be joyful, right? So when you finally realize that there is nothing blocking you from achieving whatever it is you want to achieve, and that you are on a mission, so you may have more than one role to play while you're on earth, you are then going to understand that you have this beautiful loving connection with your spirit guides and angels, who are constantly guiding you to take you to that particular path that you need to be on in order to become successful. Again, each of us have a different meaning of success. For some of us, it could be money, it could be fame, it could be joy, it could be happiness, family, whatever it is that you want to call success. You will get your success once you understand there is nothing limiting you but yourself. It is all in your mind. Your family too will understand that you have like a bigger purpose in life once they start seeing you following your intuition and getting things done. When you follow your intuition, most often you don't go wrong. Like, whatever it is that you know is going to happen will eventually happen. And the more you strengthen your intuition, it's like you don't even have to ask anybody for what do I do and how do I do this. All you need to do is close your eyes, go inside and just ask yourself, tell me what it is that I need to do, and boom, you get this answer in your mind, and you just follow your heart's compass and you're good to go. And if this message resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comment, and if you have any suggestions for upcoming videos, do leave those comments down below as well. I'll see you again in another video. If you haven't subscribed already though, don't forget to hit the subscribe button along with the bell notification. And I'll see you again next week. Until then, have a beautiful, wonderful, magical week ahead. Welcome to all of my phoenixes who've chosen group number 3. Let's see what your cards are. What is it that the universe wants you to know? Group number 3. What does the universe want you to know? Starting off with the Akashic Tarot, as usual. For group number 3, what is the energetic block? What is the obstacle that they are not aware of that is in their path? Okay. I'm getting this scene or the vision of you walking blindfolded, like it's almost like you don't know where you're headed, and that is probably confusing you. You are wondering why you don't have the clarity that you generally have in other areas of your life with regards to this particular situation where you feel you're walking blindfolded. You've got the card Six of Forces, the waterfall. So what I'm sensing right away is, when you get stuck in the rapids and then you're heading down the waterfall, you're trying and struggling and you're trying to backtrack and go back to the shore somehow, but the current is so strong it's taking you over the waterfall and you're scared you're going to fall down and crash. That is the feeling that I'm getting when I'm seeing this card, and probably that is how you're feeling right now, that you're going to crash and burn. Something in your life is not quite the same anymore. You feel like you're blindfolded, you're headed in a direction that you don't even know where it is going anymore, and there is this anxiety that is building up inside of you, which is making you feel like you're going down the drain or going in a downward spiral, and that it's not going to be good for you. I'm also sensing that the energetic block is coming because you are not listening to your intuition, because when there is water in a card, it usually signifies intuition, and with a waterfall, it's a lot of intuition. So I have this feeling that you have been sensing for the longest time that this particular relationship, for most of you, that is what I'm picking up on, or the situation that you are in, is going downhill, that it is not how where it is supposed to be headed, and you've been quite unsure about it for quite some time now, and you think it's going to impact you in a very bad way, that you're going to literally crash, so the energetic block is coming because you're not paying attention to all of those tiny little red flags, which have now become these huge red flags, and they're just waving in front of your face, but you still don't want to see them. So the energetic block is coming from these little truth bombs that you know are right and accurate, but you are just telling yourself, no, this can't be real. Maybe I'm just making this stuff up in my mind, and I'm overthinking it and overanalyzing it. You're giving excuses to yourself. Stop doing that, because you are not listening to your intuition. And when that happens, these red flags are just growing and growing and growing, and that is why the anxiety, the dread that you feel inside of you crashing, that is where it's coming from. So the energetic block for you, group number 3, is nothing but not following your intuition. In spite of knowing where this is headed, deep down, you just know this is headed in a very wrong direction for you, and that you have a chance to get out of it, but you're not probably utilizing that chance to get out of it. So you're dreading where it's taking you, right? From the Starseeds Oracle cards, you've got this beautiful card called Baby Steps, Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. I just say these things because I'm channeling that information. But when a card like this shows up and validates the information that I'm channeling, it is a double whammy. You have to really pay attention to your intuition, because your intuition is telling you exactly what you need to know, but you're not following it. Why are you not following your intuition? Your intuition is giving you the information that you need to take the action that you must to get yourself out of this situation, to make you feel less anxious and less stressed about it. And you don't have to take big leaps and bounds and get out of it. You just need to take baby steps to pull yourself out of the situation. Slow and steady wins the race, right? The other side of this gateway kind of a, it's too bright. Well, I don't know if you can. All right. Do you see that gateway right here? Yeah. So that is the gateway that you need to go through and come out on the other side into this beautifully bright starlit sky, right? But to do that, in order to do that, you need to move forward by listening to your intuition and baby steps. You don't have to be in a hurry to get out of it, but you need to be able to focus your energies in a way that you can then slowly find yourself out of the situation. So use your intuition. Your intuition is strongly guiding you. This is the only way you can get out of this energetic block that you've put yourself in. The red flags are all over. You know this. You just don't want to see it because probably it's breaking your heart when you see these red flags, and you don't want to see it. So that is why you are in such a hurry to ignore the evidence that is right in front of you. Self-acceptance. Look at this card. She's so cute. She's got such nice, lovely hair and such a serene smile, and it says self-acceptance, and that is what you need to do, group number 3. You need to be able to accept yourself for who you are. Because you know what? Sometimes when you see these red flags, right, and then you avoid seeing them, as in like you put these blindfolds on and you're walking about like, I don't want to see the red flags. Let me tell you when that happens. It happens when you are not accepting yourself for who you are and you're looking for validation outside of yourself. When you want people to come and tell you how good you are, how beautiful you are, how handsome you are, how successful you are, that is not how you should be. You need to know how beautiful you are. You need to know how successful you are. You need to know how intelligent you are, or how funny you are, or how kind and gracious and generous you are. You need to know these things about yourself. You need to accept that you are this beautiful person with such a big, beautiful, kind heart. And when you accept yourself truly for who you are, no matter what anybody does or says, you know your self-worth. And when these red flags pop up, you immediately draw your boundaries and say, excuse me, but you cannot overstep that boundary because I see what you're doing to me and I don't like it. Most of the time, we allow people to misuse us, mistreat us, make us feel less than. And that's exactly what you're doing, group number 3. You are allowing people to treat you badly. You are allowing people to take advantage of you. You have put those blindfolds on and are refusing to see what is in front of you because you feel that if you do not give them what they want, they're going to abandon you, they're going to stop talking to you, they're going to break relationships with you. Who cares? As long as you know who you are and you have that self-worth, they will eventually come back to you. In fact, when you can be yourself, when you can be a true, authentic self, it will send out a message to others as well that, now you have permission to be yourself as well. And when everyone starts to become, true to themselves and stand in their power and be these beautiful, authentic beings that they are, that is when this world is going to change. And it starts individually, right? We can't change groups of people and tell everybody, oh, okay, now become authentic. It doesn't work that way. We need to do the work on ourselves by accepting ourselves, releasing whatever those blocks are, kind of letting go of the negative thought patterns and reprogramming ourselves in a way that will then make us feel empowered, successful, happy, joyful. Whatever it is that you want to do in life will happen only when you are your own best friend. And self-acceptance is the way to go, my friend. You really need to understand that unless you love yourself, you're going to keep ignoring the red flags, and they're right in front of you, like I said. So I think this has to do with a relationship mostly for most of you. It could also be a situation that you find yourself with family or at work, with your colleagues and things like that. People are using you, they're mistreating you, they're not allowing you to be happy in a way. But then again, it's your choice, right? You need to choose to draw those boundaries and accept yourself, so that people start respecting you and looking at you with, awe, and look up to you to be themselves as well. So let's see what the final piece of advice is for groups, for all the groups. No, for group number 3 especially. What is the final piece of advice for group number 3? I'm not making this stuff up, right? I'm shuffling the cards right in front of you, so you know that I'm not picking random cards. But look at the card that you get as final piece of advice. It says, love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. It starts with you, darling. You need to start seeing the love within yourself. You need to tell yourself how much you love yourself. You need to accept yourself for who you are. And when you combine these two, you're going to have a powerful version of you. And when that happens, people can't ignore it anymore. They're going to be like, whoa, who is this powerhouse? Who is this person that I can't mess with anymore? Who is this person who is inspiring me to be a better version of myself? And with love is what you can do. That is how you can change this entire situation that you're in. This energetic block that you're feeling, it is coming from a place of lack of self-worth and self-love. So the moment you start loving yourself and accepting yourself for the beautiful being that you are, that is when change is going to happen, and it is going to make you feel like you're finally in control and you have this power to manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest. And that's such a beautiful, powerful feeling. And again, your intuition is very, very strong. Please don't ignore it. It's coming to you in floods and waves and waterfalls. It is just pouring into you all of that information that you require to make the decisions that you need to make. So take those blindfolds off. Don't walk around with the blindfolds anymore. And that was the first vision that they showed me right before I even picked a card. And all the cards that followed are reconfirming the message that I saw at the very beginning of this reading. So you need to take those blindfolds off. You need to accept yourself, love yourself, and start drawing healthy boundaries so that people don't treat you the way they are treating you right now. That is not good. So you need to draw those healthy boundaries and let people know that you will not accept bad behavior. All right? Will you do that? Please, for your sake. All right? Comment down below that yes, I am going to do that, if you're going to do that. And if you have other comments about the videos that you would like me to make or something like that, let me know. I love hearing from you guys. I will see you again. Before that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button along with the bell notification if you haven't subscribed already. And have a beautiful, wonderful, magical week ahead. Welcome to all of my Phoenixes who've chosen group number 4. Let's see what your cards are. As usual, we're starting off with the Akashic Tarot cards to see what is your energetic block. What is it that is stopping you from becoming successful? For group number 4, we've got to keep this in time. What may they know about what is that energetic block that is not allowing them to become successful? Okay. We've got an interesting card. It's called 5 of Scrolls, Diversity. And there is this lady with a scroll in her hand and a few scrolls on the table, and she's looking out at the valley below her from a very palatial looking building. The information that popped right in when I saw this card is talking about how perhaps you're not looking at the various options that are in front of you, and you're kind of being a bit stubborn about wanting to do one particular thing and not really look at the other options that are in front of you. It's like you have the knowledge of all of these options, but you are refusing to look at the other options and you're only focused on one. And the record keepers and guides want you to literally diversify your interests to gain access to the information that will then allow you to become more successful. So the energetic block that I'm sensing for group number 4 is that you're just being stubborn about not looking at all of the information that's in front of you. For group number 1, it was completely different. They didn't have the information, but for you, you already have all of that information. It's right there in front of you, but you're so focused on only one of the options that you don't want to even try the other options to see if they're going to be successful or not. So the record keepers and guides are telling you not to be so closed off to the multitude of things that you can do or possibly do in order to become very successful. Because I'm seeing luxury, I'm seeing opulence, I'm seeing a lot of money coming your way, there's a lot of abundance in your future, but you need to be open and have varied interests, have varied skill sets, have different talents, or probably certify yourself in different areas so that it will kind of contribute to the main thing that you're doing. I'm not asking you to become a jack of all trades, but in the same way, I'm not asking you to become the master of only one. You need to integrate all of this information that you pick up from all different sources to focus it in one particular direction so that it will then bring you abundance from different levels, from multiple places, and it will make you feel like money is coming to you more easily. Because I think for group number 4, that is something that you're very focused on. Luxury, money, fame, I guess that is something that you're very focused on. You want to be successful, you want to be known for your intellect, you want to be recognized by people for your strengths. You want people to look up to you. You want to inspire people in ways that probably would help them grow. And you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. This is the card from the Star Seeds Oracle deck. And what this means is you need to understand that everyone has their unique gifts and talents, and you are focused on one particular gift or talent which is probably not that unique. Maybe many people have the same qualifications or the same thing that you do, others do that as well, but you are not for everyone. You have these unique talents that you keep hidden from everyone else. You don't want the world to see this other side to you. You have a whole new world inside of you that you are kind of embarrassed about. It's not just embarrassment, it's like if people come to know about that side of me, then they won't be very accepting of me. And the universe is literally telling you to embrace that weirdness and let it out, because if you are not your authentic self, then you will not be able to become successful. Because to become successful, you need to be unique, and the unique proposition that you have is all of that hidden talent or those hidden abilities or characteristics that you don't want the world to see, because you are afraid they're going to look at you in a different way. They may ostracize you, they may kind of just make fun of you, or disconnect from you even, but that's not true. You've got a lot of talents. You have I think a plethora of talents, skill sets. The way you think is very different. Not everyone resonates with the way you think, so they think that you are kind of cuckoo in your head, but you're not. You just have a very interesting way of looking at things, of looking at the world, and it's beautiful. You need to let that out a little bit more. And when you do that, all of these blocks that you're facing is coming from the place that you are not allowing yourself to be all of you. So once you allow yourself to be all of you, you will notice all of these tiny little blocks disappear and melt away. and you will just be like, oh, I didn't know it was so simple. I just have to be myself. That's all. That is all you need to do. You just need to be your true, authentic self, and everything is going to just melt away for you, and you will then become successful. All that money, the fame that you're looking for, everything is going to come your way. See, with ease and grace, with ease and grace. How cool is that? Such a beautiful card to come by, especially when I'm talking about you being your authentic self and abundance flowing to you. See, most people often forget the fact that when we are so focused on, say, money, for an example, we are chasing something that would have come easily if we were probably focused on following our heart's desires or our passion or something that we have put our energies into. Money is always the byproduct of passion. So when you are passionate about something, when you wake up in the morning and you love doing what you do, like, when I wake up in the morning, I'm so kicked about, okay, today I'm going to do this session and I'm going to help that person and I'm going to do this. That is my focus. And when you have something you're that passionate about and you jump out of bed every morning you look forward for that day, that energy that you put out there is going to bring in abundance. Because when you are not worried about where the money is coming from and you just follow your heart's passion and do the things that you want to do to give back to the society or to the earth or to the planet, however you want to do it, right? And then you will notice that you find the resources to do it, you find the abundance coming in, you find the money coming in, you find the right kinds of people who are willing to help you do it. The universe is making it happen for you. So the universe is giving you the resources, whether it is money or fame or success or the right kind of networking that you need to get things done. Whatever it is, the universe will then provide, because you are living in that energy of gratitude. You are waking up every morning and giving thanks for the ability to help those people, right? So if you are in that state of being, then everything will come to you with ease and grace. It's just gonna just drop into your lap, and people looking at you would be wondering, how come everything goes to this person so easily and gracefully, and we have to struggle? Because remember one thing, if you're struggling with something in your life, because I understand often we are in situations where we are in dire need of money, and it's not easy for me to just say this offhandishly, but it is just, even when we are in difficult situations, when we are struggling to do something, we're going against our grain, we're going against the flow of energy, and that makes it very difficult to manifest. So even if you're working very hard, but we're in a job we hate, we're putting that energy out. We're putting that hate energy out because that is more stronger than the job that you're doing. Right? Because it's all about energy end of the day. So the more you love what you do, whether it's a menial job like waiting tables, even if you have to do that with all of your heart, with love, it will then take you places. It will then bring you the abundance that you're looking for. But if you do your job hating it every single minute of every day, you are putting that energy out, and you will notice that you are beginning to struggle. Stress levels go up, anxiety goes up, sleeplessness happens, loss of appetite happens, eating a lot happens, a lot of different things happen, right? So when we see those patterns in our life, we need to stop ourselves and ask, excuse me, am I even doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Because this feels like work, right? But when you're actually doing what you're passionate about, it does not feel like work. It feels like play. It feels like fun. And the more fun you have with life, the more abundance comes your way. It's as simple as that. So you have this knowledge. I don't have to repeat it to you, but I'm just saying it so that it validates the already existing knowledge that you have. And look at this card. It says service. I feel good when I can help others. And this is exactly, I think, what you want to do. And with all of that knowledge that you have, if you can only diversify your energies and learn more different things and not be so stubborn and stuck on one single method of being, then you are going to start expanding your energies in a way which is going to bring in abundance into your life. And by accepting all of yourself, all of those weird bits, whatever you think is weird, probably people are just waiting for that, because what you have, that weirdness that you think you have, could be exactly what someone else requires. And if you are in this need of helping others, if you want to kind of serve them somehow, then please use all of you. Do not hold yourself back and say that you're only going to get bits and pieces of me, because this is how we're programmed to live. Because everything is changing, everything around you is changing, darling. I mean, look around you. Everyone is waking up to question their life, how society is. So societies are changing, families are changing, the government itself is changing. So there's a lot of change that is happening all around us. So it's time for you also to kind of give up on that stubborn energy of following a certain protocol of life, and probably be more open to exploring different avenues and seeing how they can contribute to your life in a positive way, which will then allow you to become more successful. Again, when I use words like positive and negative, I'm just giving that out there as an indication of energy, but energy is neither positive nor negative. I want you to understand that energy just is. The way we use it makes it positive or negative. The intentions that we put in this energy that we're using makes it positive or negative. So this is a beautiful message for group number 4. If this did resonate with you, do leave me a comment below, and I would love to hear from you. If there are any other topics that you would want me to do these card readings on, or any other kinds of videos you would like me to make, do let me know in the comments below, alright? And I'm going to see you guys in another video next week. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button along with the bell notification to not miss out on any of my future content. I'll see you guys again. Have a wonderful, beautiful, magical week ahead.